Morning guys, so today is a very exciting episode. I've got my old Honda Civic out there and I'm going to be bringing it in and I'm going to be ripping up the old engine. I'm really excited to do this, but I've honestly never ever done anything like this, so I'm really throwing myself in the deep end, but I'm really excited. So I have my little list here of my things to do. That's everything I can think of, but yeah, I'll slowly just be working through that list, I guess, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I haven't bought my engine hoist yet, but I'll see how far I get today before I buy that. Probably buy that a bit later on when I actually know what I'm doing a bit more. So guys, here it is. This is the engine I'm going to be pulling out today. This is a D16 ZC double overhead cam engine. It's fuel injected, and as you can see, it's fully stock. It is a bit grimy, got quite a lot of oil everywhere, but other than that, it is very healthy. So there it is. Kind of crazy to think that is probably the last time this engine will be running in this car. So let's just get straight into it. So as you can see, the car is on jack stands, and I've yet to crack the axle nuts because I'm waiting for my mate to turn up and he can put his foot on the brake. But because we've done that, you can head over to our list and cross that out. Next on my list is to drain the fluids. The hood is now off my car. And battery tray out, and now it's going to be time to move on to getting this radiator out. I also just wanted to take a second to show you what I'm doing with all the bolts. I'm going to be labeling it all, putting it in a little Ziploc bag and putting it in my bucket. So we've got the radiator out. Took me ages. There's a bit of fiddling to do around with it, but I just want to show this. I'm also labeling the loom here, so I've got radiator fan written on that one. The one up here. Next steps, I'm going to take out this AC condenser. So I've just got the AC condenser out. As you can see, that thing was a bit of a mess. It was also quite heavy as well, so although I don't have AC, it is a bit of weight savings. Now in terms of getting rid of the gas stuff, my AC was completely dead anyway, so it wasn't pressurized at all when I went to release it, so that's fine. I think the next step for me is I'm going to finish off taking off the AC hoses, and then I've got to disconnect the fuel lines. Okay, so I just finished up taking all the AC stuff out. Now I'm going to move along to the power steering lines and get them taken out, because my shuttle came with a manual steering rack. So yeah, we've got to take the power steering lines and I think the power steering pump off as well, so it should come out pretty easy. And before I forget, let's cross more of these off our list. We have done that. We've disconnected the throttle. And there isn't a clutch cable, so I'm just going to cross that out. Okay, so we've come inside the car here, and now it's time to take this shifter out. So it's just a matter of undoing all these bolts and the plastics, and then we'll have good access to it. So as you can see, with that center panel off, we have access to the 4 screws here, and then we can just take this thing off. So just in behind the shifter here, we have access to the port, and we just need to undo those 2 bolts, so then the shifter linkage is disconnected. So I just undid the 2 bolts from underneath and then pulled on it, and then it came right out. So that the shifter linkage is officially disconnected. As I found out, the list should probably be twice as long as this, but I've done a lot of things off the camera, like I've taken the full power steering pump off and all the power steering lines. The last few things before I call it a night is I'm just going to disconnect this ground wire here, and all these kind of battery terminals on this side before I start tackling the intake manifold, which I probably won't do tonight, but that's probably the most daunting task for me. And I've also disconnected the fuel line over here. So it's a new day and we're back working on the Civic, trying to pull this old D series out. And I'll show you where I got to last night. My phone died, so I couldn't show you. But I took the fuel rail out, and now I'm just working on this intake manifold and trying to get this loom unclipped. But yeah. So the wiring loom is fully out. I'm quite happy about it. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It was just a few hard ones to get to underneath intake, but this was probably one of the things I was most nervous about, because it's just such a big mess when it comes to pulling this engine out, but it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and I've got everything labelled, so it's going to be easier as to put back in if someone wants to do that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that is everything disconnected. I disconnected a few coolant hoses and the rest of the vacuum lines and all that. I unbolted this and yeah, this thing is ready to be pulled out. I just need to take the axles out, unbolt the headers, and then I'm going to go pick up an engine hoist now. So should be me. Super hyped. So I've just taken both axles out and I've unclipped the headers. Now this engine is ready to come out. So as you can see over here, we have our hoist, and basically I'm just going to line this hoist up, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unbolt this rear mount back here, and then I'm going to hook the hoist on, take a bit of the slack off, and then undo both engine mounts, and this thing will be out. So yeah, I'm super excited to do this, and as you can see, I'm doing it by myself. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Giving me some troubles. This thing was maxed out and the engine wasn't close to coming out, so I got the car sitting back on its wheels, and hopefully that'll give me enough room to clear it out. I'm pretty stoked that I had everything disconnected first try. Like I didn't need to go through and disconnect anything else, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's get this thing out of here. So there you go, guys. The engine to my Civic is finally out. You can see it there. I have all my D-series bits and then all my other like plastic sort of stuff. See, I also have every single bolt that I took off labeled and that. So it's gonna be real easy to put back together, as well as I also have the loom fully labeled, so this is going to be real easy to put back. And as we come over to the engine bay, this thing is grimy, so most likely in the next episode you'll see me cleaning this engine bay up, and depending on how well it cleans up, I might be scuffing it up and getting it ready for paint as well. So yeah, who knows what will come on the next video. But yeah, this is the end of this video, and stay tuned for the next video because it's going to be satisfying cleaning that engine bay and maybe painting it, who knows. But yeah, if you like the video, subscribe for more because I'm going to be doing a whole build on this EF Civic. And yeah, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It does help a lot. Especially when you only have like 2 subscribers or whatever I have. But yeah, cheers guys.